welcome to class. I'm Miss Katie, that vegan teacher. Today we're going to be looking at different stories. One of them is kind of sad. It's about assisted suicide. But after that, I want your opinions. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this story. But first... Hooray, hooray, hooray! It's time for vegan humor of the day. Alright, this first one was sent in by Melissa from Canada, who is a new vegan. And it says, wow, I think you went too far with the plastic surgery. And it's a little snail looking at some scotch tape. So I thought it was cute. Guys, let me know what you think. This next one was sent to me by somebody in the UK named Bobby, who says that the lady on the right reminds him of his grandmother, although she's not 148. She's only 70, but he says that he thought this was funny and he thought that I would appreciate it, which I do. Now, I don't think there's any evidence, at least not that I'm aware of, that vegans end up looking younger than anyone else. I think it's probably the same. However, I like the image on the right because it does reflect our attitude of protecting the animals at all costs and not caring what anybody thinks. And also, vegans are likely to live longer because they are not consuming products that contain high cholesterol, such as eggs or meat or dairy. And speaking about health, this one was going around on April Fool's Day. It says at the top, meat gives you protein. And then, April Fools, it gives you cancer, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, and obesity. If you guys have any funny memes you want to send me, you can do so at my Instagram address, which is thatveganteacher, Miss Katie. All one word. Remember, Katie is spelled K-A-D-I-E. Let's talk about woke TikTok. The great thing about the world is there are so many different types of people. Here we have men who like to dress up as women. They like to wear wigs and lots of makeup. And we're here on TikTok, where you can see lots of people like to wear bathing suits. And they like to put tattoos on themselves. These men also like to lift up their skirts and film themselves a lot. Oh, there it goes again. These men had breast implants put into their bodies, but the most important thing about them is that they're eating fruits and vegetables. Some of them are eating chia seeds, flax seeds, carrots, potatoes. Some of them are eating mushrooms and broccoli. And every once in a while, they go out and get a vegan burger or a vegan hot dog. Sometimes they like to shake things up and have a smoothie. This one's asking what's for dinner. And dinner tonight is tofu. No? Okay, we can have seitan or tempeh instead. No problem. These men have very colorful bathing suits. Sometimes they're pink, sometimes they're black, and sometimes they have an extra pouch between the legs there to hold everything out. They seem to have a lot of mirrors in their houses and a lot of time on their hands. And they sure do like to dance a lot, which is great. I love dancing too. Yeah, and they seem to work out a lot. They seem to be physically pretty fit. And they like to be at the beach and they like to let things bounce under their skirts a little bit there. And this one, she's sticking out her tongue because she can't wait to lick a nice, hard, banana-flavored popsicle. And that, my dear students, is enough woke TikTok for the day. Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how. Woo! Let's talk about disgusting, narcissistic capitalists on TikTok. Yeah!
This is Gordon Ramsay.
Oh no, that guy was such a slime.
I hate that guy.
I think he's just fucking no. That guy was such a creep. He's so mean to me.
This is Gordon Ramsay, who's known to be an animal abuser. He pays people to murder animals, and then he cooks them up, and he promotes this on his channel.
What the fuck?
This includes many different animals, and we know that animal eating causes cancer.
And even when people who have cancer continue to eat meat, it's quite shocking when they actually promote it even on their deathbed.
Here he is proud to show a victim of cancer on his channel. Here he is dancing with her. This woman is dying of cancer. Cancer is caused by eating meat. But she went to see him, not to give him shit for promoting the eating of meat, but because she thinks he's cute. How fucked up is that?
Hi, my name is Maddie. I have stage 4 terminal cancer, and this is my bucket list. 12. I want to meet Gordon Ramsay. Hi, my name is Maddie. I have stage 4 terminal cancer, and my cancer is in my large intestine, my small intestine, my colon, my uterus, my ovaries. Basically, the entire lower half of my body is filled up with cancer.
How can people be so blind? How can this woman, Maddie, go there and praise this man who encourages animal abuse, which also leads to cancer in humans? It's messed up. This is the cognitive dissonance of our society. This is the pure insanity of carnism. Shame on both of you. In a capitalistic society where people only care about money, this is the end result. All he cares about is money. All he cares about is views, and he will get those views if he has a person with terminal cancer on his channel and it makes him look like a nice guy. But make no mistake, this person is evil to the core.
News, 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 news. What is new in the news? To begin with, let's look at the map of Europe so you know where we're going. You see in yellow there at the bottom, that's Italy, where I am at the moment. Above Italy is Switzerland. It's purple. You see it? It's kind of small. Then over on the left there, you see France, that is pink. And above France is a country called Belgium. And above that is the Netherlands. It's right beside the United Kingdom there, and Germany. This is where a young lady wants to commit suicide. Let's listen to her story. Assisted suicide is when you want to end your life and you ask doctors for help. This 28-year-old is opting for assisted suicide. She suffers from depression, autism, and borderline personality disorder. Other than that, she's been declared physically fit, and she once had the aspiration of being a psychiatrist. Her name is Zoraya. Unfortunately, she was never able to reach her goal of being a psychiatrist because of her depression, and doctors told her that there was nothing more that they could do to help her. So she thought that assisted suicide was the best thing for her. Many vegans often feel the same way, that life doesn't seem worth living knowing that there are so many cruel people on the planet, so many people who hurt animals. Dystopia is the agony of living vegan in a non-vegan world. Vegan phobia is deliberate cruelty towards animal defenders. Like me, if things become unbearable, Zoraya has planned her death. She will be euthanized on her couch in the living room. The plan is that she will be surrounded by her boyfriend and her cats. It's sad, really, because we need good people on the planet to help us defend the animals. A doctor, though, will give her a sedative and then a drug that will stop her heart. After she dies, there will be no funeral, no music. She will simply have her body burned. Her boyfriend has been instructed to spread her ashes outside in a forest. I wonder how her parents feel. I wonder how her boyfriend feels. In 2001, Netherlands became the first country in the world to make assisted suicide legal. Reportedly in 2022, it accounted for 5% of all the deaths in the Netherlands. What do you think? We want to know. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you think people who commit suicide go to heaven? Does heaven even exist? Or is it a concept created like Santa was, to scare you into being good? Life is fragile. We need you here to help us save the victims we hold so dear. All right, guys, let's check out what's going on in the community section of my YouTube channel. Always very interesting over there. Let's go. Community section on YouTube. Empathy or apathy on YouTube. Let's check it out. Okay, here we are, That Vegan Teacher. This is my YouTube channel, and if you scroll down here, you can see there's a button here that says Community. This is where I ask questions, and we have fun getting to know each other. And one of the recent posts I put up here has 12,000 votes, and I asked carrots, cucumbers, or corpses. So 4% of the people picked carrots, 5% picked cucumbers, and 7% picked carrots and cucumbers. And 84% of the people said they have something stupid to say in the comments. And of course, they didn't all comment. I don't think so, because there's only 2,400 comments that I need to respond to. So obviously, I could be here all night talking, but I did put a few of my own comments here in case people did come to visit and were interested. I wrote, eating vegan foods helps reduce your chances of getting various cancers, and being vegan is easy. Just Google vegan recipes and stop paying for murder. We have other people who say that they chose steak, a whole bunch of people here who are just trolling. Here's somebody who wants me to be canceled for speaking the truth. And other people are just writing all kinds of random things. So if you're curious, you can come and read these things. And you could also read some of my comments sprinkled in every once in a while. Being vegan means using your life to help others. Wash away your old life, be vegan today. Jump into your new life, it's the only way. Wash away your old life, be vegan today. Welcome to heaven on earth. Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Carnists say, but what about B12? Vegan responds, even meat eaters can be deficient in B12. Isn't it better to take a tiny pill once a week than to pay people to murder animals each day for you? Be kind, be vegan, start now. Plants don't feel pain, they don't have a brain, they don't have a nervous system, so it's okay to bite into them. You have a heart, you know where to start. Share this song and be vegan from now on. YouTube, let's check out YouTube. Alex O'Connor recently put up a post in his community section, and he asked the question, who do you want to see on the podcast? Now, Alex O'Connor is somebody who was proudly vegan, made all of the arguments and many speeches about being vegan, and then one day suddenly announced that he was no longer vegan. Since then, many vegans, including Vegan Gains, have made videos about him. As you can see from his thumbnail, Vegan Gains was not too impressed with Alex O'Connor, and neither were many of us. Here was my response to his question that he asked. I want you to apologize for being a complete selfish wimp. You could have seen a vegan doctor. You could have seen a vegan dietitian. You could have joined a vegan Facebook group with your health problem. You could have asked any of us for advice, encouragement, and help. You could have stayed vegan instead of opening the door to millions of others who now point to you as an excuse for their own immoral actions. Shame on you, Alex. It's time to change and be vegan again. Undo the damage you did and clean up the shit you smeared all over the corpses of the animals you paid people to murder for you. Actually, Alex, we don't need an apology. We just need the old you back. No matter what your religion, no matter what your skin color, no matter if you're politically left or right, none of it should matter, because you were born vegan and you can return. You were born with empathy, and any cruel indoctrination you can unlearn. Your mother's milk was vegan, it was meant for you, and no matter what they try to tell you, remember, being kind to the vulnerable is a traditional value. Being kind to the vulnerable is a traditional value. You can be vegan again. Yes, it's true. All right. I know a lot of you guys don't have Facebook because a lot of my viewers are young, but Facebook is a pretty good place to get some amazing information. Let's go check it out right now. Come on. Facebook, Facebook, what is new on Facebook? We are looking at a Facebook group called Tattoos with Vegan Message. As you can see, I did not join this group, but I wanted to let you know that it exists and to talk about the subject just briefly. I suggest you do not get a tattoo. I was born in 1964, so I've been around for a while, and I know that people change their minds about things. Now, I know you might be vegan, and that's great, and you might know that you're going to be vegan forever, and that's awesome. However, that does not mean that you might want to wear the same tattoo all the time and never be able to change it. This one looks clean and crisp. It's on a bicep here, but you might change your mind later on and think that you wished you had got something else. And then you're stuck with it. For example, this looks very, I would say, messy in my opinion. I see sort of these outlines here that make it look almost dirty. That's just my own personal opinion, and the person who has the tattoo might change their mind as well. You have different tattoos that might appear nice as art, or maybe they could be good on a t-shirt, but you might not want to have something where you're constantly explaining to people. For example, this says 269, which is a symbolism about saving animals, especially cows, and it is the name of a group. You have here some tattoos which are behind you, which are kind of strange because you might have somebody looking at it and you won't even know that they're looking at it, so you might not be able to catch their eye and then not be able to start a conversation about it. As opposed to if it's on a t-shirt, you can tell that somebody's looking at your chest and you'll be able to say, hey, let's talk about veganism. Here's another one where you see this little cow, and then she is wearing a hat of a puppy, and she says, can you love me now? So it's very cute, but once again, it's on the back, and you might change your mind later. Do not get a tattoo just because you think it's cool. This message is quite touching, though. I am an animal rescuer, and I dedicate my life to rescuing the abused because the abused rescued me. I think that's very cool, very touching. I guess the photo's out of focus, but again, if you're not sure, don't do it. And here, this might look good. She looks very proud of herself and happy. But if you're wearing a V-neck, for example, you'll cut off half of this. You just see like maybe this little bunny rabbit's butt and then this chicken's head. And so it could end up just looking kind of ugly if you don't see the whole art form. So that's my advice. That's what I think. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Time to sing. Don't eat chickens, don't eat eggs, don't eat anyone who has wings, fins, or legs. Don't eat cows or cats or dogs or pigs. Eat lentils, beans, broccoli, potatoes, carrots, and figs. Looking for Miss Kadie's songs? Find them on Spotify. Go here. That Vegan Teacher, Miss Kadie. Find hundreds of songs on Spotify. Some will make you laugh, some will make you cry. If you have a heart filled with empathy, follow the Vegan Teacher, Miss KADIE. Let's look at Instagram right now. There are some lawyers, some Canadian ones, who just won an amazing case. Let me tell you about it. Instagram, what is new on Instagram? Over here on Instagram, we have a group called Animal Justice. You see an underscore at the end in case you want to join it. The logo looks like this. And over here, we have somebody who works for Animal Justice. She's the founder, actually. And she's talking about a victory that they recently had in Canada where they strike down the Ontario Ag-Gag law.
Camille here with Animal Justice. I am just so thrilled to share that we just got the news that we won in court against Ontario's Ag-Gag law. It's been struck down as unconstitutional thanks to a judge of the Superior Court. Joining us in the application were journalists Jessica Scott-Reid and Louise Jorgensen of Toronto Cow Save. This case was so important. It was the first ever time that the Canadian egg gag law has been challenged in court, and the fact that we have such a decisive victory striking down that law as unconstitutional is incredible. I am still digesting the ruling. We're reading the decision. We are just thrilled, but I wanted to share this news with you immediately. So grateful to everyone who fought against this law in the legislature, everyone who supported the case, who showed up to our rally. This victory is for all of you and, of course, for the animals. Undercover investigations are one of the only tools we have to show the public the unvarnished truth about what happens on farms, and we look forward to resuming those in Ontario.
Such a brilliant and magnificent example of not giving up. Have a look at her channel. She has so many different things here. Again, this channel is called Animal Justice with an underscore, and this is over on Instagram. Thank you so much, Camille and the gang, for all your hard work. And by the way, I missed your birthday, so happy birthday to you.
Veganism isn't extreme, but let me tell you what is. Teaching our children to love animals and then teaching them that we can harm those we love. Veganism isn't extreme, but let me tell you what is. Teaching our children to care for animals and then teaching them that we can harm those we love. That is extreme. Veganism isn't extreme. It's true love.
Now it's time to go to Twitter, which is called X now. We're going to be looking at a professor whose name is Gary Francione. He is an ethical vegan, he's a lawyer, and he has some really interesting things to say.
What's new on Twitter, now known as X?
Here we are at Professor Gary Francione's site over on Twitter, and he has a sign here that says, "The world is vegan if you want it." This is him. It's an older picture. He looks a little bit older now, like we all do. He is a university professor, and he lives in New Jersey. If you go over here, you can see that he's written a book called Why Veganism Matters. You can click on here and you can order his book. I haven't read it myself yet, but I have read one of his other books, which was very good. So if that is something that interests you, you can go ahead and check that out. If you go over here, you'll see he has a post. This is a hen, a mama chicken, and she's feeding her little baby. And you see the post here says, "Meatless Mondays," and he is against that. He is saying that that is not okay. Eggs and dairy on meatless Mondays destroy the bonds between mothers and babies. Because some people are trying to sell this concept. And we don't agree with that. We think that this is just a baby step and it's actually going backwards. He says it's Monday, Vegan Monday, vegan every day, vegan life. Any alternative is direct participation in animal exploitation. Let's go to his howdoigovegan.com just to make sure that you know what that is. That is something I've written actually a song about. I have a song and I'll play it for you right after this. And he says it's wrong to use animals. Being fair means going vegan. Going vegan is easier than ever. This website will help you get started. If you could look up here, it says why you should be vegan, and then there's different recipes and all kinds of stuff. So that is Gary Francione, somebody who helped me to become vegan. I urge you to check out his site and follow him.
Go to howdoigovegan.com, sing it with me. Howdoigovegan.com, sing it again. Howdoigovegan.com, sing it with me. Howdoigovegan.com.
Don't sexually assault me. Don't kidnap my baby. Don't steal milk from my body. Be vegan. Don't kill me. Save me.
Well, that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for coming to class. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and cow. Let's